Alright, so we're going to do some more solving equations. Only 2 problems today, but they're a little bit lengthy. So, number 3, 17 plus 3 times the quantity, 10 minus 9x, minus 4x equals 171. The very first thing we need to do before we combine any like terms over here on the left is we need to do the distributive property. So the 17 we're not going to touch for now, we're just going to bring it down. So you have 17 plus, we need to take this 3 and distribute it through the parentheses. So 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times negative 9 would be negative 27x. Minus 4x, we just bring that down. Again, we don't distribute the 3 to the 4x because the minus 4x is not inside the parentheses. Equals 171. Now on the left-hand side of our equal sign, we can combine like terms. So let's start with our constants. First we're going to do, on our calculator, 17 plus 30 to get 47. So we have 47. And now we need to combine our x terms. So let's do negative 27x minus 4x. Again, you can use your calculator or Desmos. Negative 27 minus 4 gives us negative 31, and then we know we need to put an x next to it because we were talking about our x terms. Equals 171. Now the goal is to get x by itself. So this positive 47, I need to take it and move it to the other side. To do that, I'm going to subtract 47 from both sides of the equation. When we do that, these 47s cancel out, and we get negative 31x equals 171 minus 47, which is 124. Alright, now we need to divide both sides by negative 31. We have negative 31 times x. We want x by itself, so we do the inverse of multiplying by negative 31, which is dividing. So here, these make a giant 1. X equals, then we have to do 124 divided by negative 31 to get an answer of negative 4. And we are done with that problem because we isolated the variable. Remember, isolate means to get by itself. So we got x by itself on one side. Now we're going to go over here and do number 4. So number 4 says negative 3 times the quantity 4y plus 7 minus the quantity 5 minus 3y equals negative 8. So here, we need to take this negative 3. Again, the first thing we're going to do is the distributive property. So we're going to distribute the negative 3 to this first set of parentheses. Negative 3 times 4y will give us negative 12y. Negative 3 times 7 will give us negative 21. Again, you can use your calculator or Desmos calculator or Google calculator or your phone calculator at any point. If you're not sure what something is, put it in the calculator. Now we have to do the distributive property again. Here, this minus sign, that's like a negative 1 outside this parentheses. So we're going to take the negative 1, my camera will come back into focus, and distribute it through the parentheses. So negative 1 times 5 will give us negative 5. Negative 1 times negative 3, a negative times a negative is a positive, so we have plus 3y equals negative 8. Now on the left-hand side here, again, we're going to combine like terms. This time I'll start with my y terms because that's what I see first. So we got to do negative 12y plus 3 to give us negative 9y. And then we need to combine our constants. So negative 21 minus 5, again, if you're not sure, put it in your calculator to get negative 26. So negative 9y minus 26 equals negative 8. Again, we want to isolate or get the variable by itself. So we're going to take this minus 26. That's like subtracting 26. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the inverse of subtraction? How do we undo subtraction? We add. So we're going to add 26 to both sides. When we do that, we get negative 9y equals, and then again, use your calculator here, negative 8 plus 26, 18. We are almost done now. We have negative 9 times y equals 18. The inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 9. Here, these negative 9s make a giant 1. So we get y, which we just write as y, equals negative 2. And that is our final answer.